I've been in the business quite a long time. I started when I was 6 years old doing films, and started doing voice work shortly after that, and here I am now. So any questions you might have, I'll be happy to answer.
What was it like working with David Duchovny many, many years ago?
It was really cool. He was a really, really nice guy. I remember he had a puppy when we were working on the set of X-Files, so I got to play with the puppy. I remember he played catch with me. It was really fun.
Hi, my name is Forrest S., J1 Studios, and my question is, have there been any recent inside jokes amongst yourself and the other actresses or actors on the show?
We have lots of inside jokes, but the problem is if I tell them to you, you won't think they're funny because they're inside jokes.
Is there like a scenario where someone fumbled on a word or something?
Oh, all the time. All the time. Yeah.
Okay.
Hi there, Raymond Plasma, QDR Crusaders. When you record for, say, like an episode or in some cases, Equestria Girls, a movie, do you record separately from all the other voice actors and actresses, or are you all in the same room together to do like a scene?
No, when we record for the show and for Equestria Girls, we record all together. For Equestria Girls, sometimes it's a little different because the cast is so large that we need to do shifts because there's only so many microphones. But for the show, we're always all there in the room.
Hey, I'm Aquaman with Equestria Daily. When you're recording for the show as opposed to Equestria Girls, do you play Pinkie Pie anyway or Fluttershy anyway different between each one? Do you consider them to be the same characters just in different bodies?
I consider them the same character, and I try and keep them as close as I possibly can to stay true to that character.
So I was just going to ask, how long is the process from when you first see a script for an episode to when production is wrapped up, when you've all finished recording your lines? Like, do you try to do each episode in the order each scene is? Do you bounce around between episodes, or is it all just in one go?
We do it in a script always in the order that it is, unless somebody comes in, they have 2 lines, and they say, oh, can I do my 2 lines and leave? They might get to do that. But other than that, we get the script a couple days before, or sometimes the day before. Then we go in and we'll do it scene by scene. It's kind of how we go.
Did you have any episodes or scripts that you had like extra fun doing because Pinkie or Fluttershy got to hang out with this character a lot and it was just like...
Well, I mean, the obvious one is working with Weird Al Yankovic. It was a blast. That was so much fun. But a lot of them, it's fun having guest characters for sure. But it's also fun, the core cast, we know each other so well. We love working together, so it's almost always fun.
Cool.
Just going off that a little bit, can you describe a little bit more in detail what it was like to work with Weird Al and what kind of crazy stuff happened there?
Sure. Unfortunately, nothing too crazy happened because he's very, very professional, which I really admire about him. Thought that was really interesting. I didn't know what to expect. I knew that I was going to be working with him, which was nice. Sometimes we just don't know. And he was patched in. So he was in Los Angeles and I was in Vancouver. But we could hear each other and interact with each other, which I think really added to that episode. But he was just 100% professional, just very, very great at what he does and very receptive to direction, really kind, really courteous. And then later he actually gave us some tickets to his show and backstage passes. So when he did come up to Vancouver, me and Jason and Jim all went to go see him. We got to meet him after. And it was really interesting seeing him up on stage. Have any of you seen him perform? He is an incredible performer. I would recommend his shows to everybody. Like, it's for everybody. He puts on one heck of a show. It's awesome. Like dances, costumes, and he's so animated in his face and everything. So it was neat. And then backstage, it was back to just totally professional, normal guy. So yeah, it's cool.
Do you have a favorite underappreciated moment of the series? Like, something that hasn't caught on as much as, you might have liked
Seedling. I mean, why hasn't Seedling caught on?
What do you mean by Seedling?
There's a character on the show that I voiced, and it was called Seedling, and it coughed. I'm kidding, man. I just thought it was funny they actually put me in the credits.
Actually, this is a perfect time to ask to tell you this. I don't know if you've looked at your behind the voice actors profile lately, but as well as mentioning all the ponies that you play, they also mentioned that you played Mr. Turnip, Rocky, Sir Lancelot, and
yeah, but really Pinky played those, right?
Right,
I like your
right.
phone case.
Oh, thank you.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you play piano.
I do. Where's that from?
A little Korean store in South Street, Philadelphia.
Darn, I guess I can't get it. That's awesome.
Will you sign mine after
Sure,
this?
yeah, sure.
What kind of piano do you play, by the way?
Like, what kind of music do I play, or what piano
like
do I have?
Jazz or classical?
Oh, well, mostly classical. I'm a classical player, but I do dabble in all genres and pop and.
Sweet.
So are there any plans to form like a voice actor band, like your own piano, your keyboard? Imagine Tabitha on lead guitar, of course.
Ashley on vocals.
I don't know. I think Tabitha would be on like some sort of lyre or.
If you ask nicely, you could get Miss Rogers with her ukulele.
Yeah. Well, actually, in Minnesota, we did an acoustic concert, and Amy came up and played her ukulele, and it was awesome. It was really fun.
In the Byron Fink, the round staple, I like saying the round staple, seriously. In the admittedly rare instance where you have to play Pinkie Pie talking to Fluttershy or they interact, do you read through that and like go, or do you do the lines separately, or?
I just go for it. Yeah, we don't.
Do you like jump position to indicate which one you're doing?
No, I couldn't do that because I have to be on mic,
Yeah, I suppose it
right?
makes sense.
So you really can't. It's just really natural. Ashley does it too. We both flip back and forth. Tabitha does it because she plays tons and tons of characters. We just do it. We just kind of make that adjustment. I think at the very, very beginning, season 1, we did some separate recordings, but now we know those characters so well that it's easy to just flip.
Snap.
Have you ever flipped accidentally to the wrong character?
No.
Who did?
I think I'm a very visual person, so when I have those lines in front of me, and usually actually lately my highlighters, I don't know where they are, but usually I highlight everything and I highlight all the Pinkie Pie lines in one color in pink usually, and all the Fluttershy lines in yellow, and then for me that visual cue, I think it's from piano that I'm so trained with like reading and reacting and performing that it's pretty it's good.
So when are you going to have a mechanical engineering panel at one of these conventions?
Well, it wouldn't be mechanical, it would be civil.
Oh, sorry, civil engineering.
And hopefully never, because that would be really boring.
You could pony it up a little bit.
Yeah?
Well, you could go on about how Pinkie Pie's balloon, structural support and Pinkie Pride, how to make it actually work.
Oh man,
Bridges
just
of
the thought of
equestrian.
that just makes me
Equestrian
die a
civil
little
engineering.
inside. But I know there's lots of bronies that are engineers. That's pretty cool.
Anyone else?
Have there been any shows before MLP where you and another voice actress from the show actually worked together?
Oh yeah, tons. I think I worked with everybody, just about. Tabitha I've known for a very, very long time, worked with her for a very long time. I've worked with Ashley tons. I guess I never worked with Tara before, but Tabitha and Tara have worked together. And most of the guest people I've worked with too. It's kind of a tight-knit community in Vancouver, and we all know each other.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. Brenda I've known, Brenda Critchlow, who plays Sakura, I've known her for a very long time too.
Are there any shows you'd recommend we check out where you and some of the other ones are in there?
Oh, you probably know most of them. Madeline is a show that I did, and I think everyone's on that as a guest. That's where I know Brenda from. Ian was on it, Ian Corlett was on it quite a bit. What else from the old days?
I really like Dragon Tales.
Yeah, Dragon Tales?
Yeah, Emmy was my girl. She was.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
It's so funny. I'll meet kids. Well, I guess it's kind of now those kids are adults, but at the time I would meet a kid and they would love Dragon Tales, and it's, oh, I play Emmy. No, you don't. Your hair's the wrong color. Yeah, you're right.
That show was Friendship and Magic too.
That's true. Yeah, it was.
I should check it out.
Where do we begin?
So putting you on the spot a little bit, back at TrotCon, I know you came up with Mare Force Yay, but I wanted to see if I could get another silly movie title from you. So, for those who don't know, I asked her if Fluttershy was in a, like lone survivor where she's got to save the day scenario. So I want to go with Pinkie Pie and a romantic comedy here.
Pinkie Pie and a romantic comedy. I don't know. Help me out, guys.
Jeez.
Sleepless in Seattle. I got that one. That's the, you change a couple letters.
Sleepless in Ponyville.
That's already a thing.
Does that count? We'll go with it.
Perfect.
It works.
Cool. Okay. My big pink Greek wedding.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. Actually, I did want to put out a challenge to artists. I don't know, do you guys want to help me put it out there?
Sure.
I was thinking since we're in Baltimore, we should definitely get some art as the ponies as characters from Hairspray.
Interesting.
I was afraid you were into The Wire.
That too. That would also be awesome.
It's probably been done.
You think? Hairspray and The Wire?
I don't want to say that there's something going on with our mascots and Hairspray, but there's totally something going on with our mascots and Hairspray.
Is there?
Yeah.
Well, I think Pinkie Pie should be the main character. Right? This fits, 'cause she's kind of zany. What's her name? And I think Fluttershy should be Penny. Anyways, I'm going to throw it out there at my panel, and hopefully...
I'm sure plenty of artists would.
As soon as you issue the challenge.
By
Yeah,
the end of the panel, someone will come up with a
yeah.
done sketch, a Twitter event for them.
Okay, so moving a little bit back, and I guess we can just call it My Little Pony's Past. You used to be the voice of Sweetie Belle before. You've done that once before.
Mm-hmm.
So kind of along that same tangent, if there was another character in the show now that you were given the opportunity to play, is there anyone that you would like to jump over and give a try to?
I have to say that there's some interesting things coming your way in season 5, and I'll just leave it at that.
About the hobbies listed on your profile, it says you do snowboarding and skiing.
Yeah.
I was just wondering, like, what kind of snowboarding and skiing you do, like.
Well, so sometimes there's snow on hills. No, I mean, I live in Vancouver, so downhill, I guess, is that?
Okay. I didn't know that to picture you like on ramps, like doing 360s.
Oh, no,
or-
more like just going, like trees and kind of,
Okay. So nice little relaxing.
So like Alpine as opposed to telemarking?
yes.
Okay. Do you
Not
have a
a
favorite?
I'm actually a really poor skier.
Oh. okay.
I'm a really good snowboarder.
Oh.
But I hurt my back 6 years ago, something like that. And now I'm just kind of a little bit wary of being on the board and falling on my back because it's just so exposed. So I decided to try skiing. So I'm kind of just learning skiing.
That's interesting.
So I'm not.
I don't really hear that many snowboarders going back to skiing. It's usually.
Yeah, it's happening more and more.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Were there any TV shows that you grew up watching that sort of, or even that you watch now, that have sort of inspired you to put a certain take on a character?
I was a big fan of Disney, DuckTales, Darkwing Duck,
Nice.
Chip and Dale. Those were kind of my favorite shows to watch as a kid, for sure.
Cool.
And nowadays, I'm trying to watch actually more and more animation because I think the more you watch, the better versed you are in references and the more you learn, I guess.
Do you like anime at all?
Yeah, I like performing in it.
That's
I
right.
did Gundam 00, Dragon Ball,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
a few other things, yeah.
Cool. How about Attack on Titan? I was just gonna ask about that one in specific.
Which one?
Attack on Titan?
I did that?
Oh, no, have you watched it?
No.
Oh, okay.
If you want to ask someone about that, ask Heather. She loves that.
Oh.
Then going off the cartoon thing, is there something that you think is that you like to recommend people check out?
I think my favorite show recently has been Homeland. It's a little different from My Little Pony.
Just a little.
And I know you also said then at TRACON that if you could voice, any character, you'd want to do Rainbow Bright in a Resurrection.
Yes.
Is there if you had a live action role in any franchise or whatever that you could pick, what would that be?
Oh, I don't know. Live action scares me.
Just do what Peter did and become like a truck driver or something.
Really? That's how you'd cast me?
Peter began with Peter did begin with what? Huge, giant, fat guy?
Right.
So, truck driver to get back into it.
What else are you working on right now? I know a lot of people might be watching this and just know you for what you do in Pony, but what else are you currently working on?
Okay, what am I allowed to say that I'm working on? Pac-Man. I think I'm allowed to say that. That's on Disney XD. I think that's all I'm allowed to talk about.
What are you not allowed to talk about?
Lots of
He has
things.
to know.
Lots of things. Is there a question?
How about charity organization?
Oh, yeah, I volunteer every week at Children's Hospital in Vancouver. So that's something that's I'm involved with. I also became involved with Pink Shirt Day, which is an anti-bullying organization. That's been good.
Are you doing any more charity bike rides?
Not at the moment, but you guys would be the first to know if I do. Couldn't have done that without everyone's help. So.
With the Children's Hospital, do you ever visit kids in character or anything like that?
I don't, no. I volunteer just as a person and I just help out and it has nothing to do with my work on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I only recently saw Hot Diggity Demons parody series
Okay.
of the show. And I was just wondering what your response was the first time you saw the Fluttershy scene.
I don't think I've seen it.
No,
I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah.
I just really never watch videos. People send me a lot of videos and I just don't click on them. A lot of times I'm somewhere where I have to be quiet, like studio or that kind of thing, or I'm watching TV and I'm going online. I just don't, I love to see art and photos and that kind of thing. But in terms of videos, I don't watch them.
I think you'd get a kick out of Hot Diggity Demons.
Yeah? Okay, all right. I will take it under consideration.
So you mentioned you were looking around art and things like that. Do you actively go seek it out, or is it more like people will send you things on Twitter?
Yeah, I seek it out. Every Friday is Fluttershy Friday. Happy Fluttershy Friday. Woo! So every Friday I usually Google something to do with Fluttershy. I'm always looking for things. If I'm doing something that particular day, like say I'm going to the beach, I might Google Fluttershy beach and see what comes up. So this morning I was Googling Fluttershy hairspray, Fluttershy Baltimore. Nothing was coming up, so that's why we need more stuff. Just behind you, there's a question.
Yeah, I know Fluttershy Fun Day is still going strong, but you didn't have a tag for Pinkie Pie. I remember we mentioned that once in the previous.
Well, we were talking about doing Pink Mondays.
Well, what about, I was going to suggest, what about Pinkie Pie Fun Day Monday?
Oh,
Because Fun Day
okay.
Monday is kind of the thing that people use before, and if you could tie that in with Pinkie Pie, it would make a nice tag.
Okay, that's good. Because I started that a few times with Pinkie Pie and Mondays, because I think everyone hates Mondays. So it would be nice to bring a little
Except
smiles
her.
and joy to our Mondays. Should I do that?
Yeah.
Okay. More work for me. Just kidding. Yeah.
Okay. I won't ask about season 5 now, so we don't have to worry about talking anything like that. But over the course of the 4 seasons we've already seen that we can talk about, we definitely seen a whole lot of character growth just in terms of how the main 6 have developed and their relationships and their interactions with the world around them. So speaking for both Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy, what would you say is the most important thing that's changed in them since the first episode of season 1 to where we are now?
Absolutely for Fluttershy, it's her learning that she can be assertive, but she has that, but not too assertive. I think for all of them, what's the nicest message? I think this is what people really can relate to. It's okay to be yourself. You don't have to change who you are. Just be yourself, and that's the best person you can be. So. I I like that.
I think it's also a good message.
I have a question about Fluttershy's character development. Some of the bronies that I associate with actually think she's one of the slowest to actually overcome some of her fears and issues. Do you think that the writers will actually kind of go out of their way to actually really get rid of the shy part of Fluttershy without actually sacrificing?
No, because I think that's what makes her, and I think it's okay to be shy. That's not a vice. There's nothing wrong with that, and that's what I love about the show, and I love that about her character is people can be shy, and there's nothing wrong with that.
If this show were to go on for the next 40 years, or until the day, I think you just answered my question, because I was just going to say, would you stick around for the whole rest of the thing?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it will, but that'd be a dream come true. It already is a dream come true, so the more we get to work on it, just every episode, it's just a gift.
You mentioned I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
All right. You mentioned Fluttershy being too assertive. Was it fun to be in that mode in the one episode where she goes off the handle and
Not
just
really.
did enjoy taking down?
It was
Pinky?
hard. It's hard
Really?
because it's out of, anytime you go out of character,
Mhm.
it's just really, really difficult because you're thinking she wouldn't do this. She would never do this. So it's really tough to find that. But I hope it came off okay.
Yeah, didn't
I
like
enjoyed
being
it.
Okay,
Fluttershy.
that's what really counts.
Going off of that, was there ever another point perhaps, or maybe that this was just the point where you looked at a script and you looked at the characters and you said, this just doesn't feel right, or and have you talked with the writers about that?
Luckily, I think the writers are really great, and I think they do a really great job of staying true to characters. So no, I've never really felt that way. I mean, there might be a little word here or there, or sometimes it'd be a bunch of like a walla line, so it'll say all the main six say this, and there might be suggestions. And maybe the director will go, okay, you take the first one, you take the second one, you take the third one. You might, go, excuse me, like Fluttershy would never say, let's party down.
Right.
I think we know who that was meant for. So just little things, but.
I'll get a bit creative with it. So season 4, there was the Power Ponies episode. We got to see the alternate versions of the main 6 with superpowers. So Pinkie Pie had her super speed, Fluttershy had some anger management issues going on. And as far as you personally goes, what do you think your superpower would be?
Oh. What would it be, or what would I like it to be?
Either answer works.
I'd like to be able to just like snap my fingers and be anywhere.
Just teleportation, kind of like that.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Be handy.
That would be handy. What
Save
would
a
it-
lot on airfare.
What's
It
that?
would save a lot on airfare.
I know. Everyone would. It'd be great. I don't know what it would be.
Could make appearances at every convention.
Yeah. Like, okay. And then sleep in your own bed. Amazing.
Where would you like to visit if you could?
Oh man, yeah, I'm such a travel bug. I've got okay. In the States, I've never been to Chicago. I've never been to New Orleans. So those are kind of at the top of my list, I would say. But there's lots of other places I heard are really fun too. And in the world, I want to go everywhere. But I really want to go to Thailand and Cambodia, Laos, Southeast Asia. I really want to go to, this could go on for a while. Copenhagen, I really want to see, and I heard Helsinki was amazing. I really want to go there. Japan, South America, yeah, everywhere.
Have you gotten to travel to Europe because of the whole?
Yeah, I went to
Con thing?
GalCon last
You did go
year.
to that?
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah.
How has your interaction with kids been so far? I've noticed that there's a lot more kids at the convention starting recently.
Yeah, it's so fun. I love it. It just adds a whole new level of fun. I love doing the voices for them and just watching them either look really confused or their eyes kind of lighting up. Little kids will just kind of look around because they're looking for the ponies. It's fun. It's really fun.
If you hadn't discovered voice acting, is there an alternate career path that you might have chosen to take?
Yeah, I was totally going to be an engineer.
Oh, okay.
Went to school and everything.
can I ask what interests you about engineering in general?
My subjects that I was really the strongest in were physics and math, so I thought that meant that I had to be an engineer. Turns out it doesn't mean that.
Okay, now I remember. Going off the accent question earlier, if you ended up with a script that's something like, oh, we need you to do a Cockney accent for this character, will you ever have more of a window to, practice that? So
if I saw that in a script, I would look that up and
But I mean,
research it.
would like the actual show, give you something like that in advance so there's more time to rehearse for it?
No.
So have you ever going up then had to learn an entire accent in one day or less?
Oh, all the time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unrelated note, do you actually browse the vendor hall here, or is that just too hectic for you?
I do. That's one of my favorite things to do is go in the vendor hall, but here I don't know if I could. It might just be too crazy.
You should totally.
A disguise?
Just get one of the horse masks.
Yeah.
Sounds hot. Balaclava. But yeah, the vendor hall is really fun.
Do you ever get artists or whatever coming up to you and handing out fan art to you?
Yeah, I'm really lucky.
Yeah.
Where do you keep all of it?
I have Tupperware boxes. I recently moved, so I haven't gone through it yet, but I'm gonna go through it soon and sort and
hopefully there's the wall space and everything.
yeah.
Do you hang any of them up?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I was going to ask if maybe there was a favorite piece that you really cherish that maybe has a reserved space on a wall that you always enjoyed looking at that someone's made for you?
That someone's made for me. I don't know. I really like my Comic-Con DJ pawn that I got last year. That's not fan made. I like my wood carvings from Ed. Those are nice.
Do you have a favorite fan artist? Or
Ooh.
just one that you
Well, it kind of is Pixel Kitties. She does all my autograph prints,
Yeah.
and she's not only a crazy, amazing, talented artist, but she's also a wicked, awesome person. So, yeah, like her
That
a
was a
lot.
safe answer to that question. That was it.
Is it safe?
Yeah,
It's
I don't
true.
think anybody
Yeah.
dislikes
It's
Pixel
true.
Kitties.
Yeah.
I just noticed that you had tweeted a piece by Pixel Kitties that you'll be signing here at BronyCon.
Yeah.
For this con.
Yeah.
That she had done for you for your birthday, correct?
Yeah.
That was really nice. It was Fluttershy and Pinkie Pie as Pokey trainers.
Yes. It's awesome. Yeah, I can't believe the stuff she comes up with. It's so good.
Do you have any cute fuzzy creatures at home?
No. Travel too much.
Would you like them?
Yeah, I really want a dog.
What breed?
Wow. Really? Not too sure yet. Yeah, a nice one.
We just want to start wars in here, don't we?
Would you describe yourself more as a Pinkie Pie or a Fluttershy, or do you think there's parts of both in?
I think both. Would you guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do both.
That's fair.
Do you see parts of any of the other main six in you?
Yeah, Tabitha always says that I'm more of a rarity than she is. But she is too.
So I'm sure you've heard the question before what your favorite moment in the show is, but what I wanted to ask, kind of separate from that, do you have a favorite fan moment, like something that's happened around the show that is something that stands out to you in the same way?
Yeah, there's so many special fan moments for sure. We were just at Comic-Con and a little girl got up and said that the show helped her get through her parents' divorce, and she started crying. And and that's just one tiny example, and so many people come up to me all the time and tell me these really personal, touching, amazing, positive things, and it's incredible. I can't even keep track of them all, but it's awesome.
Any other questions?
I'm good.
All right. Well,
Thanks, everyone.
thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
All right.